morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I just want to, at the beginning of this video, remind everyone that tomorrow we will be celebrating Adam's birthday via Zoom. So during our Zoom chat tomorrow at 11, it will be a birthday celebration for Adam because he's turning 13 tomorrow. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get started for today by logging on to starfall.com. And then once you're on there, go ahead and make your way to our calendar. And once you see that big play button in the middle there, go ahead and press play.
Yippee! It's May 2020. Let's make a calendar.
All right, and then once that green sparkly arrow in the bottom right corner appears, go ahead and press that arrow. We'll do the days of the week.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Friday, Saturday. Okay, so
What day of the week is it today?
what day of the week is it today? And it is highlighted in gold for you up at the top. It is Wednesday.
Great job!
Today is Wednesday, May 20th, 2020. Okay, and go ahead and press that green arrow in the bottom right corner. And now we can
Fill in the missing day and date.
fill in the missing day and date. So we just talked about how it's Wednesday. So go ahead and drag Wednesday over to the top blank empty blue rectangle.
Wednesday.
And then yesterday was the 19th, so that means today is the 20th. So go ahead and drag 20 over to that empty blue square.
20th. Great job!
And then once you get the day and date filled in, go ahead and press that green arrow in the bottom right corner. All right, and now we can
Mark any special days this month.
mark any special days this month. Okay, so we started this month off with 2 holidays in one day. Tuesday, May 5th, 2020 was, first of all, Cinco de Mayo, which means the 5th of May in Spanish. And this is the day to remember the Battle of Puebla and how the French army tried to invade Mexico, and the Mexican army, even though they were outnumbered, still won the battle and defeated the French and prevented them from taking over land that was not theirs. So let's go ahead and put a smiley face on Tuesday, May 5th, 2020, because that was Cinco de Mayo. And then we can also add some stars on Tuesday, May 5th, because that was Teacher's Day or Teacher Appreciation Day. And remember, we talked about how that first week of May is Teacher Appreciation Week, which is why the Tuesday of that week is Teacher's Day. So we can go ahead and mark Teacher's Week right now by adding some stars. So let's add some stars to Monday, May 4th. There's already stars on Tuesday, May 5th, so we can add stars to Wednesday, May 6th, Thursday, May 7th, and Friday, May 8th. Okay, and then after Teacher Appreciation Week, so the weekend after, so I'm looking at Sunday, May 10th, 2020. That was Mother's Day. And while we should appreciate those mother-like figures in our lives every day, hopefully you got to do something special for those people on Mother's Day. So let's go ahead and put a smiley face on Sunday, May 10th, 2020, because that was Mother's Day. Okay, and then we can jump to that next week, well, I guess the current week that we're in, and Monday, so this last Monday, May 18th, was a holiday in Canada, and that was Victoria Day. And This is the day to remember Queen Victoria, who was queen for 63 years. And it also marks the beginning of summer in Canada. So let's go ahead and add a smiley face on Monday, May 18th, 2020, because that was the Canadian holiday of Victoria Day. Okay, and then next Monday, so this coming Monday, May 25th, 2020, will be Memorial Day. And Memorial Day is when we remember those who died or got hurt fighting in our military. And then people also take the time to thank the people who are currently serving in our military as well on this day. So we can go ahead and add a smiley face on Monday, May 25th, 2020, because it will be Memorial Day. And we can also add some stars to Monday, May 25th, because it will be a no school day. So you're going to have a long weekend this weekend. So let's add some stars to Monday, May 25th. Okay, and then we have 2 birthdays this month. One of them is tomorrow. So January, February, March, April, May, and tomorrow is the 21st. So it's Adam's birthday. So Adam will be 13 tomorrow. How exciting. So let's go ahead and put a slice of birthday cake on Thursday, May 21st, 2020, to mark Adam's 13th birthday. And like I said, we're going to be celebrating during our Zoom chat tomorrow at 11. So I hope to see y'all there. All right, and then we have a birthday next week on the 29th. And that is my birthday. So we can go ahead and add a slice of birthday cake to Friday, May 29th, 2020, because that will be my 26th birthday. All right. So I have marked all the special days that I'm going to mark this month, but you can continue to mark whatever special days you would like to mark. But I'm going to go ahead and move on by clicking that green arrow in the bottom right corner. And now I'm going to
Choose a picture for your calendar.
choose a picture for my calendar. Okay, so since Memorial Day is coming up next Monday, or this coming Monday, I should say, I'm going to choose the Memorial Day. I was waiting till it got a little closer to this day. That Memorial Day picture for my calendar. So it looks like this. And you can choose whatever picture you would like, but this is mine for today. And then once you get that picture chosen, go ahead and click that arrow in the bottom right corner one more time. And hooray, we finished calendar. So let's go ahead and move on to seeing what our weather will look like, even though our weather has not been very accurate lately, because we talked yesterday and the day before about how the weather has changed since we talked about it. Remember how I was saying yesterday there's a very small chance that it's going to rain, and what did it do last night? It rained pretty hard, and so that was pretty crazy. Not like super crazy, but it was unexpected because we had a very low chance of rain. However, I don't see too many, I see some cumulus clouds, and cumulus clouds are those big puffy clouds that we see, and usually those are the clouds that are associated with thunderstorms or rain or some type of precipitation. And I see like a few of them in the sky right now, but they don't look as grouped together or as dark on the bottom like they're holding some rain like they did yesterday. So who knows what we're going to have today, because our weather has been pretty unpredictable. But we're going to go ahead and check it out right now. We're going to first check out our temperature. So let's go ahead and make a blue rectangle around temperature right here. And you'll see our temperatures throughout the day. And then once you have that, go ahead and make your blue box around Wednesday down at the bottom here. And I'm going to draw it out for you. So here's our blue box, and then I see WED, which is short for Wednesday, the type of weather we're going to have today, which is a picture we know all too well. It's that picture of the sun that is partly covered by a couple of clouds. And then I see two temperatures. I see 75 degrees and 54 degrees. So, if we have our blue box around Wednesday, imagine that's a blue box. And then WED, which is short for Wednesday, the type of weather we're going to have today. And then one of these is going to be our lowest expected temperature, and the other will be our highest expected temperature. So, which of these temperatures will be our highest expected temperature today? 75 degrees or 54 degrees? So if you said 75, you're correct. So let's see where that falls on our scale. And here we go. And I was sitting on my feet. That really hurt. Here, 75 is really easy to find because, boom, it's already marked for us right here. So, we are in that warm temperature range. So, it will be warm today. And then, since 75 is our highest expected temperature today, that means that 54 is going to be our lowest expected temperature today. So, let's find 54 now. And that's easy to find because 55 is marked for us, and then 55 minus 1, so you just go down 1, and that's 54. So right there, we are in the cool temperature range. So it will be cool tonight. All right. And then what type of weather are we going to have today if this is our weather picture? And if you said partly cloudy, you are correct. So it will be partly cloudy today. And that makes sense. Like I said, I see mostly blue skies, but there are some clouds. Ooh. It does look like one of those clouds is holding some precipitation at the bottom. So when you see those big puffy clouds and you see the darker color on the bottom, so it looks kind of like a grayish, almost not like black, a grayish black, I would say. That usually means it's holding some type of water. And lately it's been rain. So we'll see if it rains later on today, but it's supposed to only be partly cloudy. However, let's take a look at what chance of precipitation we have today. So let's go ahead and make a blue rectangle around around precipitation here, right here. So we just did temperature, so now we're on precipitation. And our blue line is very close to just being straight across and stable. However, if you look really, really closely, I don't think you can quite see it, but let's see, right here, that says 3% and 3% and 3%. So it's not 0, so that means that rain could happen. It's just a very low chance of rain happening. However, let's take a look up here where it says precipitation, humidity, and wind. Let's see what our chances of rain are today about. So let's look after the word precipitation. So here we go. Precipitation. So precipitation, and I see 0%. So this says 0%. However, it could, I don't know. This says none, but like I said, our weather's been unpredictable and not really what it's been saying. So it could rain later on. Who knows? We'll have to see. Like I said, I do see some clouds holding some type of precipitation, but Google, as of right now, is saying there's a 0% chance. So the moral of the story is weather can change at any point, regardless of what any information says, because weather is a natural force, and natural forces can change like that. Okay. So now let's check out what our wind is going to look like today. So let's make sure that we have a blue rectangle around wind right here. So we did temperature, just did precipitation, now we're on wind, and you'll know you're there when you see those arrows and the different wind speeds throughout the day. And so let's check out what our average wind speed is going to be. So we're going to look up here, precipitation, humidity, and wind, and we're going to look at what speed is after the word wind, because this will be our average wind speed for today. So W-I-N-D spells wind, and then I see 3 mph, or our average wind speed will be 3 miles per hour. And I feel like this happens every time I talk about the wind. The wind is blowing outside of my window right now. And based on how the trees are moving, I would say it's definitely more than 3 miles per hour, but I don't know what exact speed. But Google says our average wind speed is going to be 3 miles per hour. So that's a pretty low breeze, like a very light breeze. You'll feel it. You're not going to be blown over, but I think it'll feel nice, and it looks like it will feel even nicer because I really like when it's not too windy, but like a nice wind. So it looks like there's a nice wind speed going on right now based on how the trees are dancing out there. Okay, so now that we have checked out our temperature, our precipitation, and our wind for today, Wednesday, let's check out what our weather is going to look like tomorrow for Thursday. So let's go ahead and make that blue box around Thursday down here, and then I'm going to draw it out for you. So we have our blue box, and then there's THU, which is short for Thursday, the weather picture for tomorrow, so the type of weather that we're supposed to have. And it is very similar. In fact, basically, well, of course Google is saying differently, but it's the same picture as today. So it's the picture of the sun with 2 clouds partly covering it. And then I see 2 temperatures. I see 82 degrees and 54 degrees. So you have your blue box around Thursday. Imagine that's a blue box. THU, short for Thursday. The type of weather we're supposed to have tomorrow. And then which one of these temperatures is going to be our highest expected temperature tomorrow? 82 degrees or 54 degrees? So if you said 82 degrees, you are correct. So let's check out where that falls on our scale. So we can find 82 by finding 80, which is right here. and then we can just add 2 because 80 plus 2 is 82. So 1, 2. So right here. And we are still in that warm temperature range, but a little higher in the warm temperature range. So it'll be nice and warm tomorrow for Adam's birthday, which is great. And then, what type of weather are we supposed to have tomorrow if this is our weather picture? And you guessed it, it will be partly cloudy, but of course Google is saying that it's going to be mostly sunny. So I hope for Adam's sake that it is mostly sunny instead of mostly cloudy or whatever you want to call it, because I know that he wants to go swimming for his birthday tomorrow. So I'm hoping that it's nice and sunny and warm for that to happen. So let's go ahead now and compare and contrast the weather information that we found out for today, Wednesday, and tomorrow, Thursday. So today, a high of 75 and partly cloudy. And then tomorrow will be a high of 82 and also partly cloudy. So today a high of 75 degrees and partly cloudy. And tomorrow a high of 82 degrees and also partly cloudy. So there we go. All right. So let's go ahead and move on. You can keep looking at whatever weather information you would like to look at. However, I am going to go ahead and move on to the social story part of our morning meeting. And we have a short social story today because I think it's an important story to talk about before we all get on Zoom tomorrow and celebrate Adam's birthday. So this story is going to be about interrupting other students' conversations. So here we go. People take turns when they talk in a conversation. Sometimes I interrupt a conversation between other people because I can't tell when it's my turn. This makes other people upset because they were in the middle of saying something. When someone else stops talking, I can have a turn to talk too. I feel happy when I wait my turn to talk. Others feel happy too, and I get along better with other people. If I need something right away, I can say, "Excuse me." This lets other people know I need something. When I say "excuse me," I am being respectful and feel happy. So, like I said, this was a very short story today. However, it made some important points. The first being, people take turns when they're in a conversation. So I know it's a little harder when we're on Zoom to kind of know when we're going to take our turns, but we can very clearly see when other people are talking and hear when other people are talking on Zoom. And it is not okay to interrupt other people when they're talking, regardless of if you're in person, on the phone, or on Zoom. So, and I know, like I said, it's sometimes hard to know when it's our turn, and but we need to be considerate of our other classmates and friends and just other people in general, because it can make other people upset when they're trying to say something and you keep interrupting them so that they can't say or be heard. So one way to know when you can have a turn to talk, like the story says, is when that person stops talking. And so that's waiting for your turn. And it helps really make the conversation better, and it helps people feel a lot better who are participating in the conversation. But if you are unsure of when it's your turn, or you do need to say something, you can say very politely. Remember, we talked about having a polite tone, a respectful tone. You can say, "Excuse me," and so that will hopefully, one of us teachers or someone else will hear you say, "Excuse me," and that way we know that you're trying to say something or figure out when it's your turn. So when you say "excuse me," that's the respectful thing to do when you're in a conversation and you're unsure, or you really want to say something and you don't want to interrupt. So, and we all feel happy when we're respectful, right? I know I do, and I'm sure you all do. So I would like to remind everyone that tomorrow, when we are celebrating Adam's birthday, it's important to let others take turns talking and not interrupt other people when they are trying to talk. Especially because we might have some friends who have not been on Zoom yet and they really want to talk too. So they haven't gotten the opportunity to necessarily talk to us teachers or you or their classmates yet. So let's all try to be considerate and respectful and take turns in our conversation or in our talking tomorrow when we're all on Zoom. And that way it will feel a lot better and more smooth when we're all trying to talk to each other, you know? So, like I normally do, I'm going to go ahead and put this into some slides. This will probably be the shortest Google slideshow that I have created, but this had some really important information in it. And I would like us all to remember the information within this social story tomorrow when we are taking turns talking on Zoom. Okay, so with that being said, this is all I have for you today, but I really look forward to seeing you tomorrow at 11 for our Zoom chat, and I really am looking forward to celebrating Adam's 13th birthday with everyone. So have a beautiful Wednesday, and we will chat more tomorrow.